everybody. I'm Ayapa, and today I'm going to be doing a favorite Pokemon picker. Also, as I'm recording this, I'm playing Pokemon Go, and I just hatched a shiny Trico, so yippee, fun. So, without further ado, I say, let's get into it. So, let's start off with the normal type, where I'm going to pick, I think, Eevee. He's so cute, and Eevee's just a really cool Pokemon. Let's see, Fire. I think I gotta go with Moltres, because he's just so cool. I mean, I'm also a huge Pokemon Go fan. I'm Team Mystic, but I really like all the teams. I like all the birds. For Water, oh my god, there's so many good Pokemon. There's Starmie here, and y'all know how I feel about Mega Starmie. Got a hot take. Mega Starmie is so peak. For the people who say, I just don't like its goofy design, I know you don't hate Mega Slowbro, because Mega Slowbro is awesome, and it is very cute, and I like Starmie. If Mega Starmie hate happens to come into fruition, I will do things very similar to what Poke4444 would do if she found out there were Psyduck haters. But that's only for Mega Starmie. There are some other really cool Pokemon here, like Slowbro and Psyduck, but I gotta go with Gyarados. He's just so cool. For Grass, so many good Pokemon. I like Tangela. He's pretty cool. Victory Bell is cool, but I'm going to go with Venusaur. For Electric, I'm going to go with Zapdos, because as you all know, I'm a Kanto Birds fan, which is also why I picked Articuno. Over here, I think I got to go with Hitmonchan. Then there's Poison, in which I'm going to go with Gengar is really cool. I like Gengar. Yeah, I might pick Gengar. I'll pick Gengar. Oh, wait. I'm going to go with Neoking, since I'll probably pick Gengar for Ghost. I think for Ground, I like Marowak. And then maybe I'll pick Rhydon for Rock, but I cannot confirm that. For Flying, I'm going to pick Charizard. He's so cool. Psychic, I gotta go Mewtwo. I'm going to Chicago Go Fest, and I'm super excited for that. I've got all the Mewtwo hype going around, and Mewtwo has always been one of my favorite legendaries. So yeah, I like Scyther for the bug types. For the rock types, Aerodactyl. He's been so clutch for me in Pokemon Champions. Alright, for Ghost, I gotta go Gengar, like I said. And then Dragonite, 100%. And then Dark, I think I gotta go with, I like the Substitute. He's very cute. Alright, Steel types, y'all already know I gotta go with Magneton. For Fairy, I gotta go with Jigglypuff, my Smash Bros. Main. The best starter's Charizard. The best Mega, or Gimmick form, or whatever. Basically Mega and Gigantamax. Who do y'all think I was gonna choose? Legendary is Mewtwo, and for favorite, I've always really loved Mewtwo. What can I say? Alright, here we go. Alright, here's some normal types. I like Dunsparce. For Fire, I like Ho-Oh. He's so cool. Ho-Oh's amazing. What an awesome Pokemon. Oh god. Water. Freaky Fraligator! Thank you for Purple Cliff for finding whatever that atrocity is. Oh, and by the way, for Grass, I'm picking Meganium, and for Electric, I'm picking Raichu. That atrocity of a plushie is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Also, I'm picking Sneasel for Ice. And I will be using that whenever. And also, I love Fraligator. Picked him as my starter for ZA. Oh, fighting him doing Heracross and placing him doing Crobat. I love Fraligator, basically. That's all we're going to be talking about. Alright, yeah. Ground, I'm going to do Quagsire. So cute. I already picked Ho-Oh, so for Flying, I'm going to do Lugia. And then for Psychic, I'm going to do Espeon, my main in Pokemon Unite, along with Delphox. Over here, for Bug, I think I gotta go Scizor. So cool. And then, let's see here. Rock? Ooh. I think Tyranitar. Definitely Tyranitar. And then Kingdra, because that's the only dragon type option. Next up, I think we gotta go Steelix. He's so cool. Definitely, with Azumarill. And then for starter, Freaky Fraligator! Gimmick form, we all know what I'm about to pick. Everybody knows what I'm about to pick. My favorite legend is Ho-Oh. For sure, I love Ho-Oh. And my favorite Pokemon, I think we all know. It's Freaky Fraligator! Can y'all tell I love Freaky Fraligator? Jesus Christ. Alright, Owen. Think for normal types? I like Zangoose. Oh, fire. I gotta go with Torkoal. What a big help in the VGC. It helps me set up so many teams of different grass and fire types. Such a good Pokemon, and I just love using him. He's super fun. For water, I gotta go with Mudkip. Mudkip is so cute. Then grass. I'll go Sceptile. And then electric, I'll go with Minun. Minun's really cute. As for ice, I will be going with Spiel because he's Spiel and we love Spiel. Right? If you said no to that, then unsubscribe. For fighting, we're going to pick Blaziken. Blaziken is really awesome. Alright, over here, the poison types. Golden D's nuts. Nothing else needs to be said. Just, you know. I like Groudon a lot for ground types. He's really cool. I like Rayquaza. Over here for the psychic types. Oh, the Lottie duo. Some of my favorite legendaries of all time. I'm going to go Latios here. We'll see if Latios can get in there too for dragon types. Ninjask for bug, but honed bugs don't really intrigue me all that much. Over here for rock, Regirock because Y'all know why I picked Regirock. I'm gonna pick Sableye for ghost types. He's pretty cool. And there's Latios. Told you you'd make it in. Over here, I love Absol. Absol is so cool. Absol is one of my favorite Pokemon. Metagross is really awesome for sure. Like Gardevoir. Do not clip that out of context. Favorite starter is Swampert. My favorite Mega, honestly, I think it's gotta be Mega Absol Z. Yeah, for sure. So cool. Favorite legendaries, gotta be one of the Lotties. I think it's Latios. For favorite, I think it's Latios. Latios is really cool. Latios, however you want to pronounce it. I really don't care. I just kind of alternate between the two. Alright. Sinnoh. No, not second favorite. My tied favorite with Alola. Alola and Sinnoh are my favorite regions. For normal, I gotta pay respect to Arceus. Fire's gotta be Infernape, my first ever Sinnoh starter. I think water's gotta be Empoleon. Empoleon's just so cool. Over here, for all these grass types, there's so many amazing ones. But honestly, I just really like Shaman. Shaman's just really cool. I don't know which form I want in particular. They're both really cool. They're both just overall really awesome Pokemon. I just feel like are so cool and do so much. So I'm going to go with the normal one. Electric, Pachirisu. Glaceon, we love Glaceon. And Lucario, I'm sorry Lucario, you'll get your moment to shine. You're awesome. I love you. You're amazing. And you're definitely tied with Pachirisu for my favorite Pokemon. But I want to talk about Pachirisu. Look how cute he is. I mean, come on, guys. Look at him. Look at this dude. He's so cute and tiny, and he's always putting on a show, and I love him. For poison, I gotta go with Krogunk. Pokken tournament fans gather. Krogunk and Braixen are my mains. Alright, I love Mamoswine. Really awesome. Oh no, I'm copying PM7, aren't I? Proceeding. So I'm gonna do Shaman Skyform for flying, and then change the grass one to Leafeon because I love Leafeon too. Psychic has gotta be not Azelf. Azelf bullied me, and I hate him, and I don't like him. In Legends Arceus, he kept trying to flee from me when I was giving him berries. Yeah, I'm picking you. See. Alright, we're gonna do Bug next. None of the bug types in this region are very appealing to me. But if I had to choose one, I think it would be Yanmega. Yeah. Yeah, definitely Yanmega. For rock, Rhyperior is really cool. Over here, I'm gonna pick Giratina. And then I'm gonna do Garchomp because that's my little brother's favorite. Do Darkrai for Dark. The Mega Dimension DLC was so cool. It made it so cool for me. Same for Heatran. And then Togekiss, I just like as a Pokemon. Over here, you know I gotta go Piplup. That's my goat. Over here, I gotta do one of the Mega Lucarios. And I think I like Mega Lucario Z. Over here for the Legends, either Giratina or Darkrai. I think it's Darkrai. And for favorite Pokemon, you better believe I'm picking Pachirisu. But Lucario, you are just as close. You are in the running. Gen 5 is hot take here. One of my least favorite regions for Pokemon. But there are still a lot of bangers. So don't get mad at me. Don't come for my throat in the comment section because it said Gen 5 is one of my least favorite regions for Pokemon. I still like a lot of the Pokemon here. For example, Meloetta. And Reshiram. Because Reshiram is awesome. For water, I think I'm going to go Keldeo. I like Keldeo enough to put him there. Whimsicott. For grass, oh my god, I love bullying people in competitive Pokemon with Encore Tailwind Whimsicott. Zekrom's really cool. I got Shiny Zekrom in my Unova video. And talking about the Unova video, by the way, the Unova Tour video. Speaking of which, there is Black Kyurem and Cobalion. Both of which I got shiny in that video. Well, actually, maybe I didn't get Cobalion. Sorry, proceeding. Scolopede's really cool, and then Excadrill's really cool. I know I haven't been talking about this too, but I promise I like this Pokemon, guys. Landorus Therian is really awesome. I have a shiny of it in Pokemon Go, and it's just a really awesome Pokemon for me. Victini, really solid. Love Victini, such cool mythical. Alright, Volcarona for bug. This region actually has some really good bug types. I choose Terrakion for rock. Chandelure for, I believe that's Ghost. For dragon, I gotta go with my goat Kyurem White. I know I picked Kyurem Black earlier, but alright. Zoroark is really nice. Love Zoroark. Over here. So many good Pokemon. So many good steel types. But most of them I've already picked. I'll pick Genesect. Oh, shoot. There's only Cottony and Whimsicott. So I'll pick Whimsicott for over here. And then I'll come back to these grass types. And I will pick Lilligant. Lilligant's cool. I like Lilligant. Alright, over here, I'm going to pick Oshawott for gimmick form. Ooh, oh my god, there's so many good Pokemon here. And I'm not picking any of these animatronic things. I didn't cover that earlier. I probably should have, but I'm not picking them. I wasn't going to pick any of them anyway, but like, no. Mega Excadrill's really awesome. Over here, favorite legend. I think it's gonna have to be Kyurem White. Kyurem White is really cool. And my favorite Pokemon from this region? I think it's gonna have to be Kyurem White. Apparently, I'm just a Kyurem White super fan. Alright then. Kyurem White is my favorite Unova Pokemon. I kind of forgot how many good Pokemon are in that region. Alright, Kalos, let's cover something real quick. I'm only picking Pokemon that are native to the region. No megas of past Pokemon, to be clear. So we're starting off Pyroar. And Braixen, as I mentioned earlier, is my Pokken tournament main. So, well, yeah. Him, Krogan, and Shadow Mewtwo. That's my squad right there. For water, I'm going to pick Greninja, my all-time favorite starter Pokemon. I really love Greninja. I'm not sure if you guys could tell. Trevenant's really cool for the grass types. There are only 3 viable electric types, so I'm going to pick Dedenne. I think I'm going to do Aurorus for the ice types. Aurorus is really cool. Over here for fighting, I think it's got to be Hawlucha. Hawlucha's so awesome. There's only 2 poison types that are viable, so definitely Dragalge. I'm going to go with Zygarde for ground type. I love Zygarde. For over here, I'm going to go with Yveltal. He's very cool. For psychic types, I think it's got to be either Delphox or one of the Hoopas. Both are really cool. Yeah, I think Hoopa. Hoopa Unbound. I like both Hoopas, but I think the Unbound one is my favorite. I'm going to choose the Pokeball pattern Vivillon because he's cute. For Rock, I'm going to do Diancie. And then I think for Ghost here, I got to do Aegislash. And then Dragon. I really like Goodra, but I also really like Goomy. Oh my god. I think I'm going to go with Goodra. Over here for these dark types, I think I'm going to do Greninja, and then I'm going to change my water type over to Froakie because I love Froakie. Over here for these, all these different steel types, I think I'm going to go with Klefki. For Fairy, I think it's Xerneas. Starters, I'm going to go with Delphox since I have not yet picked Delphox. Gimmick form, I'm only choosing the Kalos ones. Just keep that in mind. I love Zygarde so much. One of my favorite Pokemon, especially with the release of ZA. And its Mega holding a gun is the best thing to ever happen ever. So yeah. Legendary, I'm going to go with Zygarde. And my favorite Pokemon? I think it's got to be Mega Zygarde. I know, technically I can't put Megas in the favorite slot, but, like, I don't really care because Mega Zygarde is still a Gen 6 Pokemon, so haha. Over here, I'm going to go with Drampa, and let me explain why. In one of Drampa's Pokedex entries, it says that if its trainer is bullied, it'll fly over to the bully's house and burn its house down. And that is awesome. For fire types, oh my god, it's my GOAT, Bucephalon. Now let me talk about why I like Bucephalon and why he's the best ever. So Bucephalon, that's my GOAT. I mean, literally, look at him. He's so awesome, and he's, like, literally so cool. He can detach his head, and everybody hates him for no reason and keeps calling him ugly. And that is a travesty. Also, I'm picking Primarina and Rowlet because Rowlet's cute. Zeraora for electric types. I got a shiny Zeraora back in 2020 for a Pokemon Home event. And let me elaborate on Rowlet a bit because I feel bad for not elaborating. Rowlet's just so cute. I love Rowlet. And Primarina is really cool. I use it in competitive play a lot. Crabominable, I like it for ice. For fighting, Marshadow. Marshadow is so cool. I'm going to do Nihiligo. I just love the Ultra Beast. Could you tell? For over here with the ground types, I'm going to choose Mudsdale. I think Mudsdale is really cool. I choose one of the Zygardes, but I'm not really counting that since that's more of a Gen 6 Pokemon. Celesteela and Solgaleo. Solgaleo's probably my favorite box art legendary. I think. Might take a bit of thinking. For bug, I like Buzzwole. Alola was actually really good with their bug types. I really like Lycanroc for sure. For the ghost types, what might have to be Lunala. Lunala's really solid. Over here for dragon types. Oh my god, there's so many good dragon types. I love this generation. This one and Sinnoh are my favorites. There's so many good Pokemon. I'm going to go with Guzzlord, and then for Dark, I'll go with Incineroar. Yeah, that works. For Steel, I think it's got to be Melmetal. Melmetal's just really cool. I just really like Melmetal. He's really awesome. And yes, Melmetal is Gen 7. I'm going to go with Mimikyu for the Fairy types. I'm going to choose Incineroar as my favorite starter since he is my favorite starter. Over here for Gimmick form. Ooh, it might have to be Mega Zeraora. I just love Zeraora. I have so much sentimental value with it. Legends gotta be Zeraora. And my favorite? I'm sorry, it's Bucephalon. I mean, look at him. Love Bucephalon. He's so cool. And he's so underrated as a Pokemon. I just really appreciate him. Alright, Galar. My home region, by the way. This is where I first started playing. Well, I started with Pokemon Go, technically, but this is my first mainline game that I ever got. And also, I'm going to count Hisuian forms, but not Gigantamax forms. I'm going to pick Hisuian Zoroark for my first one. And then Cinderace. I love Cinderace. Inteleon was my first ever starter, but I'm sorry. I got to pick Urshifu Water. I used him in competitive during Scarlet Violet era, and he was so awesome. Over here, I think I gotta go Hisuian Lilligant. That's a really cool mon. Electric's gotta be Toxtricity, I think. Because he's just super cool. I love Toxtricity. Around here for the ice types, I think it's gotta be... No, not Galarian Darmanitan. That was a misclick. I think I gotta go Glastrier Ice. Fighting? I already picked one of the Urshifus, so I'm gonna have to pick somebody else. I think I'll go with Zamazenta. I like Galarian Zapdos, though, too. Over here for the poison types, I think Galarian Slowbro is really nice. Around here for all the ground types, I really like Ursaluna. Really awesome Pokemon. One of my favorites, for sure. Around here for the flying types, I think that's got to be Galarian Articuno, my favorite of the Galarian birds. Psychic, I was going to say Hisuian Braviary, but no. It's definitely Calyrex Shadow Rider. Centiskorch for the bug types. Really cool. Around here for all the rock types. Definitely Hisuian Arcanine. He's really nice. Ghost types. I think it's Dragapult. And then dragon types. Ooh, so many good ones. There's so many good dragon types in this region. I love Duraludon, but I think it's got to be Eternatus. So cool in the storyline in the main game. I remember seeing him for the first time and just being in awe. Alright, Grimmsnarl, really nice. Also, he was at GoFest last year, and that was really cool. Zacian, for sure. Love Zacian. I went to Japanese GoFest. That was awesome. Zacian, that's my baby boy. So, we're picking him both. So, we're going to pick him in Fairy. But for Steel, we're going to do Galarian Meowth. Because, I mean, look at that pose. Look at that pose. For starters, I think it's got to be Inteleon. Like I said, my first ever. The first ever starter I chose, like, period. So, that was really awesome. For gimmick form, all these Gigantamaxes are really cool, but I think it's Mega Phalanx. I mean, look at him. So cute. I think my favorite legend is probably Urshifu Water. Like I said, the competitive help. And my favorite, God, I love this region so much. Oh my God. I think it's going to be Zacian. Pokemon Sword was the first mainline game I played, so yeah. Ooh, Gen 9. I think it's got to be, I love Terapagos. Terapagos is so cool. Especially the Stellar form. I just think it was really awesome when it broke out of the Master Ball in the story. I remember being so surprised. So I just really love that Pokemon. Also, to clarify, I'm only doing the Gen 9 Pokemon, not the Megas. I said that during the Gen 6 segment too, but just the Gen 9 Pokemon. Let's see, over here for these grass types. Ooh, my God, there's so many good Pokemon in this region, dude. I love this region. Gen 9. Gen 8, Gen 9. The past 3 gens have been really good. I hope Gen 10 continues it. I'm going to choose Miraidon. Again, huge competitive help. Halcyon Terror Raids. Same goes with Qian Pao. Alright, in the fighting type section. Oh my god, so many good Pokemon. I think Iron Hands. I like Iron Hands. Oh my god, Monkey Dory. I love Monkey Dory. So I'm doing a little challenge right now where I'm trying to do a lot of DAs. And I'm doing stuff in Scarlet and Violet, like, you know, catching Pokemon and transferring them to my Sword account if they're easier to get. Example, like if they're version exclusive or stuff like that. Monkey Dory is the mascot of that challenge. I threw my Master Ball at that Monkey Dory. Also, I'm choosing Blood Moon Ursaluna. So yeah, I love Monkey Dory. He's so cool. He's officially the challenge mascot. Around here, for all the flying types, I love Mega Dragonite, but I can't pick him, so I'm going to pick Flamigo. Psychic types, again, Monkey Dory is there. But there's a lot of good Pokemon. I like Iron Crown, though. I like a lot of the Paradox forms. They did really good with those. And just Spidops. I don't know why I've liked Spidops, but I just saw him for the first time and I was like, wow, he's really cool. And same goes with Glamora. Like, Gita is not a good champion, but I'm choosing Glamora anyway. In fact, Gita is one of the only championships, or I said championships. One of the only champions where I've looked at her and been like, ew. Like, this is not a good battle. Around here, for ghost types, I'm going to choose Goldango. Dragon? I think I really like Koraidon because he was my Scarvi legendary. He's really awesome. I think he's honestly just a really cool Pokemon. Around here, for dark types, I'm going to choose Meowscarada. That was my first starter for Scarlet and Violet. Well, that was my first Violet starter. In Scarlet, I chose Skeleturge, but my first starter in Violet was Meowscarada, so yeah. I really like that Pokemon. For the Steel types, I'm going to go with King Gambit. Fairy types, I'm going to go with Darkspun because he's so cute. I love Darkspun. He's like one of my favorites. Favorite starter, I think, is Sprigatito. I really just like Sprigatito a lot. For my favorite gimmick form, again, I'm only going to go with Pokemon that are Gen 9 specifically. I'm going to go with the Stellar form Terapagos. I just think it's really cool. For my favorite legendary, I'm going to go with Stellar form Terapagos. I think my favorite might be Stellar form Terapagos. Just kidding, it's Monkey Dory. Psych! I love my Monkey Dories. Alright, time for the home stretch. For normal types, I'm going to go with Stellar from Terapagos. As I said previously, it's really cool. Fire, I'm going with Bucephalon because he's cool. We love Bucephalon. For water, I'm going with Freaky Fraligator. Also, I made that GIF myself. It's really awesome. For grass, I'm going to go with, I love grass type. It's a really good type. I think Rowlet, he's just so cute. Especially in the anime. Electric's gotta be Zeraora. I just have so much sentiment with him. Oh, just kidding. It's Pachirisu. Who did you think I was gonna pick? It's Articuno for Ice 100%. Over here for fighting, I think it's gotta be Lucario. Like I said, tied Pachirisu for my favorite. Pachirisu, my channel mascot. Oh yeah, Monkey Dory for Poison because he's Monkey Dory and he's awesome. We love Monkey Dory. For ground, I'm going to go with Zygarde. That ZA nostalgia is really hitting me. Over here, for all the flying types, I'm going to go Rayquaza. Psychic? I think it's Mewtwo. I just love Mewtwo. I'm so excited for GoFest Chicago. Buzzwole for the bug types. Like I said, Alola really nailed their bug types. Rock? I think it's Rhyperior, funnily enough. I think Ghost has got to be Giratina. Dragon, oh my god, there's so many good dragon types. I think Latios. I have to pick one of the Lati twins. They're both really cool. Over here, I'm going to go with Darkrai. Darkrai's just really awesome. Steel type, I think it's gonna be Melmetal, but I could be wrong. Yeah, Melmetal. For fairy types, I'm gonna go with Zacian. Starters, Freaky Fraligator. Megas, I'm not going to pick Freaky Fraligator this time. I'm picking Zygarde, you guys. Legends, I think, has got to be Zeraora. And my favorite Pokemon of all time. Now, look. Any one of these Pokemon could be my favorites. I love all of these Pokemon equally. Let's get this straight. Except for, like, maybe Rhyperior. Sorry, Rhyperior. But I think for here, I've got to go with the GOAT. My channel mascot, Pachirisu. He's just so cool, really awesome, and I just really love Pachirisu. Just kidding. Psych, we're picking Biscephalon. Let's go! Alright. For my team, like I said, it would be Pachirisu, but I'm picking Biscephalon as a troll because we love Biscephalon and nobody else likes him. And then I do. For this team, we're going to go Pachirisu, Feraligatr, Biscephalon, probably Mega Zygarde. I think Zeraora's got to be in there somewhere. And then finally, I think it's got to be my tied with favorite, Lucario. Alright, yeah, seems like a pretty solid team. And then I'll fill out all these little bonus boxes just for fun. My favorite regional bird, I think that's going to go to Starly. Favorite box, legendary, besides Zygarde, obviously. But I'm not really going to count him that much. I'm going to go Solgaleo. I said Solgaleo. Solgaleo. However you pronounce it. My favorite regional mammal is Bidoof. Bidoof is awesome. My favorite mythical is Zeraora. I think my favorite regional bug is Grubbin. My favorite Ultra Beast is Biscephalon. I know none of you would have guessed. Favorite pseudo legendary, I think that's got to go to Mega Dragonite. My favorite Paradox? I love the Paradox Pokemon. They're so cool. I think that award has got to go to Miraidon. Favorite Pika clone, obviously Pachirisu. My favorite type, it's either Steel or Dragon, but I'll go with Steel. My favorite evolution, I think that's got to go to Glaceon. Favorite Pokeball is going to be either the Quick Ball or the Beast Ball. I think it's going to be the Quick Ball. I just like using it. It's a fun Pokeball. My favorite fossil, God, the fossils are so cool. I think Dracovish. For the Spinda, we're going to make a fun little path. And there's that path. 13 and 7 are my two lucky numbers. So, yeah. My favorite, regional form out of all of them. God, they're all so cool. I'll go with Hisuian Zoroark. Favorite Vivillon? That's the Pokeball one for sure. Favorite Gigantamax? I love the Gigantamax forms, but I like Megas more, I think. The Megas are really cool. For the favorite Gigantamax form, I think I'll go with, oh my god, they're all so good. Who do I pick? I think I'll go with Gigantamax Pikachu. He's really cool. Okay, Alchemy is the Gigantamax one. My favorite baby, I would say Riolu, but I wanted to give this Pikachu with a ukulele some love because he's so cute. And my favorite new Evo, oh my god, they're so good. Glaceon. Alright, there's your list. Before I leave, I wanted to record a little outro while showing off this little list. Let's start with some stuff about Theater Kid Animations. First of all, I just wanted to say that I've been very busy lately, promotion and a lot of other stuff. It's been a lot to juggle. So that video, I hope it can come out sometime in summer. Also, I got these amazing fan arts from 2 aspiring fans. So that was really awesome. Around here, I just wanted to say thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.